Special.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live right here in downtown Knoxville, and we have two acts on the show today. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got Brandon Maddox. But right now, y'all give a big welcome to Connor Brooke.
Most people wouldn't take a 2 a.m. phone call when you're about to break, 'cause you're falling down on your butt, hit a string of bad luck, you know they wouldn't pick up, but mama did. Sometimes you need to cry, and you know that nobody really understands why. When the world is on your shoulders, you want someone to hold you, you know that they don't know you like mama did. Mama did all the things that I couldn't do. Mama knew all the things that I thought I knew. All the right words to say at the right time always pulled me right back to the right state of mind. May not have known all the answers in the book, but she knew how to love, and that was all it took. Did a lot more than try for this broke down, unwound, hellbound, crazy kid. You better believe my mama did. They say it comes with age, we all turn into them one day. That thing you shook your head at, hated when she said that. You know you're gonna do that like your mama did. Well, if they all tell the truth, and that's my future that I'm looking into, then one thing I do know, I'm headed down a good road. I hope that I can grow like my mama did. Mama did all the things that I couldn't do. Mama knew all the things that I thought I knew. All the right words to say at the right time always pulled me right back to the right state of mind. May not have known all the answers in the book, but she knew how to love, and that was all it took. Did a lot more than try for this broke down, unwound, hellbound, crazy kid. You better believe my mama did. The good Lord and my mama did for me, yeah. Mama did all the things that I couldn't do. Mama knew all the things that I thought I knew. Raised me up to go and face the world out on my own, but to always know that I can find a road that takes me home. May not have known all the answers in the book, but she knew how to love, and that was all it took. Did a lot more than try for this broke down, unwound, hellbound, crazy kid. You better believe my mama did. Oh, my mama did, yeah. Yeah, she did. You know she did. And I thank God that mama did. There goes the alarm. Feel so good in each other's arms, and the thunder and rain would make a perfect day to just stay where we are. That 9 to 5 ain't so bad. Ain't nothing richer than what we have. I bet nobody would miss us. Won't be suspicious if we just hang back. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, then it would be a shame if we didn't. caught up in the downpour. Oh Lord, clothes scattered on the floor. Better cancel plans for the day. Yeah, we're talking lights out on the couch. Baby, get the candles out. Might as well pop some champagne. Don't wanna waste the rain. Throw that old vinyl on. Draw the shades and turn off the phone. It ain't nobody's business if it's health or a sickness keeping us at home. It may be nothing fancy, but you know I love it when we get caught up in the downpour. Oh Lord, clothes scattered on the floor. Better cancel plans for the day. Yeah, we're talking lights out on the couch. Baby, get the candles out. Might as well pop some champagne. Don't wanna waste the rain. And if we're lucky, the streets will flood. One day just ain't enough. Caught up in the downpour. Oh Lord, clothes scattered on the floor. Better cancel plans for the day. Yeah, we're talking lights out on the couch. Baby, get the candles out. Might as well pop some champagne. Caught up in the downpour. Oh Lord, clothes scattered on the floor. Better cancel plans for the day. Yeah, we're talking lights out on the couch. Baby, get the candles out. Might as well pop some champagne. Don't wanna waste the rain. 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 Thank you.
That's Connor Brooke on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
This is your first time here.
It is. Thanks so much for having me. It's an honor.
Yeah, and you came over to us from Nashville.
Did, yes. Just a couple hours, so not too far.
All right, well, great. Well, you're not originally from there, though. You're from...
Yeah, originally from South Georgia, so Columbus, Georgia is home for me. My parents are watching this from Columbus right now, so
All
yeah.
right, well, great. Well, so what got you up here to Nashville?
Yeah, so I've always loved music, always wanted to be in Music City. I got a full-time job in Nashville, and that allowed me to actually make the move. And so working and playing music and writing and trying to do as much as I can.
And so it sounds like you dabbled in music back in college, well, even going farther back than that. So tell us a little bit about that and how you got to this point where you're doing this more professionally now.
Yeah, I did grow up in a music family. A ton of my family members do all different kinds of things. My parents played trumpet growing up, and they played trumpet at church in the orchestra. And so I started singing in church when I was a kid, and that led to just a love for singing, a love for music. When I was 15, my dad actually bought an old beat-up acoustic guitar and started to kind of teach himself how to play. And I thought, that sounds fun. I've always kind of thought it'd be cool to play guitar. So I sat down with it, and I learned a couple songs that day, and I went out and was like, hey, guys, look what I learned. And they saw I kind of started falling in love with it. And I started writing songs when I was 15 on that guitar. So then when I was 16, they got me my own guitar. And so kind of the rest is history. I kept writing and trying to play in Columbus and play through college in Athens down there at UGA. And so I know I'm in Knoxville, so nobody hate me. But so, yeah, and just tried to continue to write with as many people as I can and meet as many people as I can and continue to hone my craft, if you will.
All right, nice. And now that you're in Nashville, you're kind of focusing in on it a little bit more as well. So you've done some recording. Tell people where they can find your recordings and how they can keep up with you and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So you can find me anywhere you like to listen to music. So Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you would like. And that's Connor Brooke Connor with an E. I'm not famous enough for you to find it if you spell it wrong, so.
All right, very good. So I was just curious, did your dad learn to play guitar?
He did. He doesn't play it as much as me anymore these days, but he still plays it. And actually, my cousin on my dad's side of the family made this guitar that I'm playing today. So it actually has my old maiden name etched in there too at Dryden. So that's kind of cool. But so yeah, he and I still enjoy playing together a lot.
Well, one last thing, and then we'll get back to the music. So you mentioned to me before that you won a contest recently that got you a pretty cool gig that's coming up in September. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this is Will, my guitar player. We don't have the rest of the band here today, but just this past week, actually, we got to play a Battle of the Bands hosted by Not Only Noise. And so we got to go on to the finals. We won the round. We're going on to the finals, and that's going to be September 4th at Exit Inn in Nashville. So we're pretty pumped.
Yeah. That's a cool, sought-after venue, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's get back to some more music.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Another day watching airplanes flying over, going all the places that we've never been. Let's chase them down till we're lost on the edge. Somewhere out there, feel the sun on our skin. Sun on our skin. We'll be top down on a desert highway, hands up like a couple of runaways, just as wild and as free as the wind. Like thieves in a New York minute, steal the night and get lost in it, till the sun comes up and we'll do it all again. Find a place where the lost are never found. That's where we'll finally settle down. Little map dots growing smaller every day. Stop signs and road lines fading away. I think it's time we kick up the dust, shake it up, come on baby. What do you say? Ooh, we go top down on a desert highway, hands up like a couple of runaways, just as wild and as free as the wind. Like thieves in a New York minute, steal the night and get lost in it, till the sun comes up and we'll do it all again. Find a place where the lost are never found. That's where we'll finally settle down. We'll finally settle down. Yeah. Take one last look around this town tonight. Put your foot on the pedal, ready at that last red light. Turn the radio up and throw all the windows down. When the morning comes, we won't be around. We won't be around. We'll be top down on a desert highway, hands up like a couple of runaways, just as wild and as free as the wind. Yeah, like thieves in a New York minute, steal the night and get lost in it, till the sun comes up and we'll do it all again. Find a place where the lost are never found. When they finally put us in the ground, that's when we'll finally settle down. So I grew up listening to a lot of Carrie Underwood. Love her. And this was my attempt at a Carrie Underwood revenge song. So this one's called Scandal of the Town. Not a true story. He came home drunk as the day is long, singing the same old song she'd heard 1,000 times before. Arms still blue, where just last week he threw her down. This was nothing new. She'd gotten used to the feeling of the cold, hard floor. The rain wasn't the only thing beating down that night. And come morning light, there was a new scandal of the town, another rumor going round. It's all they talked about. Oh, but she put on a brave face, covered up any trace, waited for it to die down. That's how she became the scandal of the town. Well, 2 months passed, and on a night much like the last, oh, he turned so fast, and it hit just like the thunder rolling in. The wind was screaming, the back door swinging, and when the storm moved on, she was nowhere to be found. Gone, long gone, and there was a new scandal of the town, another rumor going round. It's all they talked about. Oh, while they were busy wondering, she was busy running, waiting for it to die down. That's how she became a runaway. New town, new name. And the years rolled by, the bruises went away, the scars began to fade, but he never left her mind. And not long after, that town forgot about her. She came back one last time. A single shot rang out in the night, like the lightning cracking across the sky. There was a new scandal of the town, another rumor going round. It's all they talked about. Oh, but she put on a brave face, covered up any trace, waited for it to die down. That's how she became. Oh, that's how she became. That's how she became the scandal of the town. Around here we raise the stakes. Around here keep your poker face. Around here better know when to throw your ace. Around here if you wanna play, better know the price you pay. 'Cause it ain't cheap. If you don't start winning, you can't stay. Everybody wants the winning hand, but we all know it only goes to the dealer man. Oh, but every now and then, Lady Luck might let you in, just enough for you to keep hanging in. To some, we're a bunch of rough and rowdy ramblers. Around here we're known as the country music gamblers. Everybody tells you you should call it, even when your luck don't seem that bad. 'Cause they say it's a matter of time before it runs out on a dime, and you wind up stuck left wishing for what you had. Everybody wants the winning hand, but we all know it only goes to the dealer man. Oh, but every now and then, Lady Luck might let you in, just enough for you to keep hanging in. To some, we're a bunch of rough and rowdy ramblers. Around here we're known as the country music gamblers. And you give almost anything just to play another round, for one more shot at coming out on top when the cards are laid down. Everybody wants the winning hand, but we all know it only goes to the dealer man. Oh, but every now and then, Lady Luck might let you in, just enough for you to keep hanging in. To some, we're a bunch of rough and rowdy ramblers. Tumbleweed in the wind, hard-to handlers. Around here we're known as the country music gamblers. Yeah. Ooh. Country music gamblers.
Thank you guys so much. That song was inspired when I first moved to Nashville and I started seeing just all of the grit from people chasing their dreams. So thank you guys for listening. Yeah, all right, we're gonna play one more. This is gonna be, this was my latest single a couple months back. So if you enjoy it, I hope you go listen to it again. You can find it wherever. Thank you guys again so much for having me. This one is called Pick Me Up.
She's got you walking with your head hanging down. You thought that she was the one till the day she walked out. I think we've gotta get you back in your groove. Well, I'm right here waiting. All you've got to do is pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. I'll be your pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Boy, you've got nothing to lose. The night is young, so why don't you pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. but you never talk to her the way you talk to me. This energy between us that ain't make-believe. All this back and forth and overthinking things. Don't make it complicated, baby. All you need is to pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. I'll be your pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Boy, you've got nothing to lose. The night is young, so why don't you pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. I'll be your pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. It takes a while to mend a broken heart. There's no better time to start. So pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. I'll be your pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Boy, you've got nothing to lose. The night is young, so why don't you pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. I'll be your pick me up, pick me up, pick me up.
That's Connor Brooke on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to take a second to switch the stage over for our other acts. If you want to keep up with Connor's music, find her out there in internet land. Look up Connor Brooke, Connor with an E. Well, let me thank some of the folks who make this show possible. The WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Taproom and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate on Friday, and by Modelo Especial and Corona Extra. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville. Coming up on the Big Plate this Friday, we'll have Jay Clark and the Tennessee Tree Beavers. Lots of other great blue plates between now and then, including an interesting one on Monday. We've got Neefnorf, and they are just as interesting as their name sounds like they would be. Along with them, the other act on the show is Black Atticus, who happens to be the Poet Laureate of Knoxville these days. On Tuesday, we've got Stoneface Mountain. Wednesday, Izzy Burns, along with Hippocrates. On Thursday, we've got Andrew David Weber, along with Emmy Sunshine, who is premiering her new album. And then again, on Friday, Jay Clark and the Tennessee Tree Beavers. And we'll be back here on Saturday for Trey Bryant, along with Christy Lee Akers and Rhinestoned. That's an interesting band name. Rhinestoned. Looks like we are about ready. Johnny's giving me thumbs up. You all ready up there on stage?
We're ready.
All right. Well, that last act is living over in Nashville, and these folks are living in Chattanooga, but spent a little bit of time in Nashville along the way. You all give a big welcome to Brandon Maddox.
The same old thing keeps tapping you on the shoulder. You see it in the mirror as you grow older. That hidden light inside you, the good Lord sent to guide you on your way. You share your dreams, but everyone ignores you, saying choose another path that lies before you. Play it safe and stay between the lines, and you'll forget that dream in time. Just wait, 'cause one day you wake up feeling it's too late. Can't stop thinking about that road you didn't take. Saying, what if you did? What if you could? What if everything just worked out for the good? What if you found what you wanted to find? What if you took those doubts and left them all behind? You gotta die trying if you ever really wanna live. Yeah, what if you did? You'll never beat those odds if you don't bet 'em. 20 years will pass you by if you just let 'em. You could fly or you could fall or never ever leave the ground you're on. The sand in that old hourglass keeps running. Kick off your shoes, take a chance and jump in. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Today's the day you've waited on so long. A dream just needs a heart that it can grow in. So go on, take that chance and let it flow in. Hey, what if you did? What if you could? What if everything just worked out for the good? What if you found what you wanted to find? What if you took those doubts and left them all behind? You gotta die trying if you ever really wanna live. Yeah, what if you did? Yeah, what if you did? What if you could? What if everything just worked out for the good? Hey, what if you found what you wanted to find? What if you took those doubts and left them all behind? You gotta die trying if you ever really wanna live. Yeah, what if you did? Yeah, what if you did? All right. Thank you very much. I wrote that song with a lady named Andy Renfrey. She lives out in New Mexico right now, but she used to live in Nashville, just like I did for about 12 years, and now live in Chattanooga. I'm going to play you a song called Good Side. It just made it on to the Virgin River TV series. And so here it is. It also was on Music Growth Charts.
Yeah, what was really cool about it was that Brandon released it several years ago, and we were promoting his first single to radio, and he had just written the next song. So every time we made a radio stop, they would say, well, will you play a song? And so he played this next song, and the phone always rang, and they said, who is this? What's that song? And it was so new, we didn't even have a recording of it yet. So we got back home and made a recording of it, and we released it, and we were told that as an indie artist, you're not going to break 100 with the first song. Well, Brandon broke 100. He made it to number 58, and we got to see his name in between people like Miranda Lambert and Jason Aldean. So here's that song that did that, and like Brandon said, it's featured in the newest season of Virgin River. It's called Good Side.
Gorgeous, beautiful is the best that I could do. There is no $5 word that's good enough when it comes to you. Got on that black dress, hair down, going out on the town. Sexy smile, girl, get your camera up. Let's make a memory now. Something about this light is hitting you just right. I had to laugh when you said, make sure you get my good side, 'cause every side, your good side, don't matter where you stand. You're mine tonight, and I'm the lucky man who gets to love you. If you could see what I do, you'd see the perfect view and realize every side, your good side. every side your good side. Dancing, drinking, and every eye on you. It's really something watching everybody, watch you every move under that neon shining. You got me hypnotized. Jaw drop, my world is stopped just like these moments etched in time. Something about this light is hitting you just right. No matter how the picture snap, I always get your good side, 'cause every side your good side. Don't matter where you stand, you're mine tonight, and I'm the lucky man who gets to love you. If you could see what I do, you'd see the perfect view and realize every side your good side. You say you have a bad one, but we both know that's a lie. Unless you're talking about the one that likes to get a little wild. 'Cause every side your good side, don't matter where you stand. You're mine tonight, and I'm the lucky man who gets to love you. If you could see what I do, you'd see the perfect view and realize every side your good side. Every side your good side. Every side your good side. The next side I'd argue is your best side. Yeah, you're perfect, girl. What can I say? Good side. Every side your good side.
That's Brandon Maddox on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome back. I guess you were on the show about 3 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. Time flies. I don't know if it's 2 years, 3 years, but somewhere in that area. Yeah.
Somewhere in that area. And so you're living down in Chattanooga these days, but as I said, you spent some time in Nashville, as a lot of musicians do, but you've been on the road a lot.
Oh, yeah. We did about 200-plus shows a year. That was from about 2014 till about 2019. We don't do that many anymore, but we used to.
Yeah, and it's there are a lot of folks who come through here who had kind of one event that kind of really kind of spurred on their career, and it sounds like you kind of had that too. It is an unusual thing. I hadn't heard of it before, but you were the Monster Truck Artist of the Year in 2013, did you say?
Yeah, well, at the end of 2013, I get a phone call from Reba McEntire's keyboard player who had done my albums, and he said, there's this opportunity with Monster Truck, and so I went and auditioned for it, and I got the part. So I went out there touring the United States, all across the upper Midwest, and playing arena shows, 3,000 to 5,000 people, and booked bar shows around those shows.
And then during that time, you've had quite a bit of success as a independent artist.
It's amazing what me and my wife, this is Meredith, by the way, have been able to do out there just as a husband-wife duo and couple, just trying to live the dream, you know?
Yeah, so you've won some awards, some Josie Awards, which we've had a few people come through here who've won those awards. They're, for those of you who don't know, they're awards for independent artists who aren't going to get considered for things like the CMAs and stuff like that.
You don't have to pay any money for the Josies. That's the difference.
Right. But you had a song that got nominated for a Grammy, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's called Let Me Be Your Love Song. I wrote it with Stephen Cade, Andy Renfrey, and I believe there's one other, Elliot Boo was on that. So we all wrote that together, and Stephen sent it off. He was a member of the Grammys, sent it off to be considered, and it was nominated for Male Country Song of the Year.
All right, that's pretty exciting.
Well, actually, it sounds much better with the full band. We won't be doing that today.
Yeah, we talked about playing it today, but all the instrumentation, I feel like, just really makes it. So it's on our set list for our show tonight. So if y'all want to come out tonight,
tell them where you're playing.
Well, we're playing at Whitman Hollow Marina tonight, Froggies, and we'll be a full band. The band's coming up from Chattanooga, and we're going to be putting on a rocking show and playing a lot of the original songs that we're not playing today. We unfortunately just have a limited amount of songs we can play today for this radio broadcast.
Yeah, and that is up in La Follette. So
that's right. We play 7 to 11.
That's a long show.
It is, but it's really cool because our band is made up of such diverse musicians that we break it up. So we play a set together and then we break off and they play as a trio and they do some jazz and blues music. And then Brandon and I take a few requests and we do that. And then we come back up and play again another big set as a full band. So it's a pretty interesting experience for sure.
All right, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. And people can keep up with your tour schedule and find out details about that show, I'm sure, as well on your website, which is brandonmaddoxmusic.com. And you have links to all your social media on there and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some more music right now.
All right, this song won Song of the Year. You talk about it. You're much better.
Well, you know, when you marry a songwriter, you just know you're going to get a song, right? Like you just feel like you are entitled, or at least I felt like I was entitled to a song. And I kind of thought that I would get a sweet George Strait, you know, love song, because that's the type of love that Brandon and I have, you know. And so we were still living in Nashville and I was fixing dinner and he said, "Babe, I finished your song today. Do you want to know the title?" I said, "Yeah, of course I do." He said, "It's called Drive Me to Drink." And so Brandon's kind of a jokester, so I just figured it was a joke and I moved on. I didn't really think about it again. We went to the studio, Brandon recorded the song, and we sent it out there, and it won the 2019 Modern Country Song of the Year for the Josie Awards. So I guess the joke's on him, because now I've got an award-winning song. Y'all catch the drift, sing along, and then clap along with me at the end.
I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shoddy. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. Hot and cold, man, it gets old when love stops being new. You put your best foot forward, but what the hell did I step into? You and I are like fire and ice, up is down and black is white. The only reason we make up is to start another fight. I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shoddy. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. It's a tug of war, we both want more, a love we love to hate. Retreating back once we've attacked, no white flags ever raised. Swear we'd die without each other, we can't live with what we got. So mad you're cute, I gotta drop my boots and pick up one more shot. I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shoddy. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. You're like the bottom of this bottle I don't want to see. I breathe you in like cigarettes I know are bad for me. Yeah, I know you're bad for me. Well, I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shoddy. It's Netflix marathons and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. All right, we got great clappers out there. We need to take them everywhere.
I know, they sounded so good.
All right, let's do a little Living on Sunshine. Actually, let's save that one for last. Let's do, this is a new one. It's called If God Had a Truck, and I wrote it with Stephen again. And Stephen had this idea, it's a really good one. I said, man, that's good if we can write that one to the wall, as they say. And so we wrote this together. His pastor loves it. He's part of a big mega church in Hendersonville, so he's going to play it at church.
I think it's going to be part of a big Father's Day event coming up, which I guess is next week, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
It's your first Father's Day. It'll
Yeah,
still be
it
your
is.
first Father's Day. We actually have a 9-month-old at home with some grandparents. I'm not sure if they're tuning in, but we love you, Riley, if you're watching.
That's right. We jack 'em up and get 'em stuck by the river on a Friday night. Burn some tires and build bonfires in the glow of our tail lights. Circle up our Chevys and Fords and get to talking about the Lord above. And wondered, what would it be like if God had a truck? Would it never need a tank of gas and drive 1,000,000 miles? Automatic when it comes to feeding every hungry child. A 4x4 that's filled with blankets for the homeless and the tired, that could move heaven and earth to pull us from the muck and mire. He'd be there to lift us up when times get tough and we get stuck. If God had a truck. Well, I've blown some cash and burned some gas, chasing down selfish dreams, and grown to find I've wasted time on these man-made machines. My knees at night now hit the floor when I get to talking to the Lord above. And wonder, what would it be like if God had a truck? Would it never need a tank of gas and drive 1,000,000 miles? Automatic when it comes to feeding every hungry child. 4x4 that's filled with blankets for the homeless and the tired, that could move heaven and earth to pull us from the muck and mire. He'd be there to lift us up when times get tough and we get stuck. If God had a truck. Well, I believe that he's put me right here in the driver's seat. Yeah, I might drive this truck, but he's the one who's driving me. Wouldn't ever need a tank of gas and drive 1,000,000 miles. Automatic when it comes to feeding every hungry child. A 4x4 that's filled with blankets for the homeless and the tired, that could move heaven and earth to pull us from the muck and mire. In the twinkling of an eye, we'd be shotgunned by his side. And grateful for his hands that was his clutch. If God had a truck. If God had a truck. If God had a truck. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. We got a couple more songs here for you. This one called Living on Sunshine, I wrote back in 2010 with a lady named Mary Francis, who wrote a big song for the Dixie, or two big songs for the Dixie Chicks. And one of them was called Tonight If the Heartache's on Me, and the other was Whiskey If You Were a Woman. So she wrote those two, and we wrote this for a girl, for another artist, actually. And then it's also been recorded by a guy named Curtis Braley, who's another independent act out in Texas, and was rumored to have been a catalyst for a girls' record deal back in 2012 or 2013. I don't know if that's true or not. It's also used in a hotel commercial for,
Yeah, we had a deal with Red Roof Hotels for a year, and so every time we were on the road, we got to stay at a Red Roof Hotel, which really was amazing being on the road as an independent artist. And so they used this song in their Ready to Road summer playlist that they sent out to everybody. So this song was featured in that too.
It is, Living on Sunshine. Top down, cruising down the highway, feet out the window and a CD spinning around. Blocked out the rear view with duct tape. Throughout the map, don't care where we're going now. All we need is some gasoline to fuel these miles of memories. Living on sunshine, breathing in your kiss. Hey, this is our time, and what could be better than this? You and me being free in a red Wrangler Jeep, and then snapshots with our minds, loving this sweet ride, living on sunshine. You lean in and put your arms around me. I'm hypnotized by the sun dancing in your eyes. Right then, it's like I'm off somewhere on a beach just south of paradise, soaking up your sunlight rays. Oh, I could spend every day living on sunshine, breathing in your kiss. Hey, this is our time, and what could be better than this? You and me being free in a red Wrangler Jeep, taking snapshots with our minds, loving this sweet ride, living on sunshine. Living on sunshine, breathing in your kiss. Hey, this is our time, and what could be better than this? Me and you going to where the sky's always blue, leaving all our cares behind, loving this sweet ride, loving this sweet ride, living on sunshine. Oh, living on sunshine. All right, thank you guys so much for having us. We have merchandise over here. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Tell them about the merchandise.
Okay, so we got CDs over here with that song, Living on Sunshine. Also, the next one I'm going to play, as well as Drive Me to Drink that you heard. So I believe they're $10 a piece for those CDs. We also have string bracelets she makes out of my broken guitar strings, and she can custom make them for you and mail them to you if you need.
All right. Well, you're listening to Connor Brooke on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. I'm going to break in one last time before this final song, and thank you all for hanging out with us today here at the Visitor Center. Thanks to everybody who is watching and listening out there. And also, let's have another big hand for our first act today, Connor Brooke. I called you Connor Brooke, didn't I?
Yeah, I didn't know if this was like some pre-recorded something.
Oh, gosh, I'm just crazy. The instant I just said that, I was like, I just called him Connor Brooke. We're actually listening to Brian Maddox right now.
Brandon Maddox.
Oh, gosh.
It's okay. We've all been there.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we have. I don't know. It just, once it starts happening, it just keeps happening.
It's just rolling down a hill like a snowball.
It is. That's exactly what's going on. Well, we're going to get one more song. Before we do that, I do want to mention, though, that you all are playing tonight. So for anybody who's living up in the Campbell County and listening, they're playing at the Marina in La Follette. Details on their website, BrandonMaddoxMusic.com. I think I got all that right.
That's
You
correct.
did. Yeah.
All right, so very good. I think that was maybe about the worst I've ever done on this show. That was a lot of mistakes right in a row. All right, let's get one more song.
Yeah, this song won Song of the Year 2017, first single out to radio. Got about 20,000 radio plays nationwide on the radio stations and a few heavy rotation stations. This song I wrote back in like 2011, 2012, I think it was, and it was just about like how in New York City they say country music is that music that they play 11 p.m. at night, and it's almost kind of like rap. So we've been up there during that time, and we've seen what they call country music, and that found its way into this song lyrically. So, yeah, we'll end on this one, and you can find my music also online anywhere music is sold. Here it is, Dixie Chaser. A good friend told me New York City is a sight to see. The girls are all about a yeehaw. Love a heavy, all deep south backwoods drawl. Made me a beeline to the bright lights pulled in late one night. Found a spot called the Lone Star, a city slicker's take on a country bar. Girls gathered round to hear me talk. I had them roped in like a cattle call, but a down-home voice knocked me out like I'd had about 4 more rounds. Like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse a working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from a still in the Piedmont pine smoke. A little vixen from below, Mason Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. I said, y'all, it's been grand. I took that Southern Belle by the hand, raced out the door to my 4x4. Windows down on that beat-up Ford. Radio rocking, horns were honking. Parked in a spot the cops roped off. Hit a hotel, then grabbed the key. And in room 303, like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse a working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from a still in the Piedmont pine smoke. A little vixen from below, Mason Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Walked out 2 hours later where I'd left my truck. The cops were laughing, saying it's been towed and you're out of luck. But you should have seen how fast their faces hit the ground when she said, back in the room, let's have another round on me. And like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse a working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from the still in the Piedmont pine smoke. And little vixen from below, the Mason Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Yeah, she's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Thank you all very much.
That's Brandon Maddox, live right here in downtown Knoxville. I hope you'll join us more next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.